In 2019, Penn State conducted a survey of its student body in regards to climate change. 74% of students agreed that the university should do more to address climate change. The university itself has stated that energy use is its largest contributor to its greenhouse gas emissions. Multiple large-scale projects have taken shape around the Penn State campus, geared at environmentally conscious construction. Orange warning placards and blue fences have become part of the campus aesthetic as the West 1 and West 2 projects press on into the fall and winter seasons.
What you're seeing behind me is the extensive construction behind the West Campus project, mainly West 2 and West 1. West 2 is expected to be completed in 2022 and will contain over 100,000 square feet of new laboratories and classrooms designed for undergrad and graduate purposes. And West 1 will be completed in 2024, and that will contain over 290,000 square feet of new classrooms, mainly for the College of Engineering. So by the time this is all done, this will be 400,000 square feet of new classrooms and new spaces for students and researchers alike.
The reason for the project's existence is creating learning and cooperative spaces for students and faculty within the College of Engineering. But the project brings an aura of excitement along with the promise of modern workspaces. A number of decisions and reviews are made along the way before any ground is broken.
Whenever we have a new piece of infrastructure brought to the table for facilities, we have to think about the need. Like who is going to be who's the project for, what is the facility meant to be. We also start thinking about what is our budget, how much money do we have. And then we start getting into as well too is who are all the stakeholders, beyond the internal stakeholders that are going to be using the facility. Who do we need to keep in the loop to make sure, we can actually build the project and accomplish that facility project.
Take a stroll around the University Park campus and you'll find an array of different construction styles and eras. A walk down Pollock Road begins with the brick facades of West Halls and ends with the unique and modern Millennium Science Complex. The evolution and growth of Penn State continues to this day, with each passing year bringing on distinct changes. Construction also evolved in this time. New structures were built with ADA and OSHA regulations in mind.
Accessibility and sustainability is hugely beneficial to Penn State. And they want to be a leader in that area. So, I think people don't, sometimes we have to think how to measure sustainability. So I think it's kind of a three-headed monster. So we have to think about being environmentally sustainable, which is one area. We also have to think about socially sustainable. Are people comfortable in that space and does it allow them to do their job? And the third part of sustainability is the financial aspects or the economic. Is it economically sustainable? Can we afford that technology, that part of equipment, and does it last a good amount of time?
Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, or LEED for short, is a global standard for green building certification. Higher levels of certification are achieved when buildings are designed to be operated responsibly in terms of environmental impact. Over 80,000 LEED certified structures exist worldwide today, some of which are right here on Penn State's campus. But why stop there? Sustainability goals at Penn State include consistency in ensuring the most environmentally conscious options are taken, such as waste reduction and renewable power setup.
Almost every new building we do is LEED certified. West 1, we're targeting LEED Gold. I think we're at Silver right now, but we're really pushing hard for Gold. West 2 project will be Gold certified. So pretty high levels of sustainability. But the important factor is not just the certification, but are we building the right way, making the right decisions. So I think Penn State does a good job of going above and beyond LEED and making sure that, no matter what we do, are the students safe, comfortable, and ultimately are we making proper decisions?
As mentioned earlier, many within the student body want a more active approach to climate change threats. Amidst this, Penn State themselves have admitted that powering the campus makes up the largest proportion of its emission. The next generation of Penn State's construction now faces a new challenge, managing these emissions.
Carbon offsetting is extremely important to us, with our new facilities. So when we look at a new building like West 2, we're using a lot more lumber construction as opposed to concrete or steel. So our facade is timber supported. Also, rather than metal decking, for our floors, we're using something called cross laminated timber, CLT. So it's actually another timber product. So that we offset carbon footprint by using timber as opposed to steel or concrete.
Campus evolution isn't always subject to time. World events that drastically affect supply chain and socioeconomics can put a wrench in these plans. Take the COVID-19 pandemic, for example. the world came to a standstill and slowly worked its way back to a crawl pace in terms of recovery. In the construction industry, new accountability and accessibility standards would have to be met in new and existing structures.
We now have a lot of hybrid or remote options for how people work. So we're not driving to work as much each day, which is nice. So now we have to look at the technology infrastructure that we put in our facilities. So we have more Zoom rooms on campus and places of people to go to actually meet the individuals that may not be here physically. And overall, that's a good thing for our environment, right? So we're driving less and still being able to perform our duties, our responsibilities within our position. That also means potentially less space as individual offices, but we tend to use more space for collaborative space, coming out of the pandemic.
Every incoming class of first-year students will see a different Penn State than the last. Resources available will need to accommodate new regulations and ensure maximum comfort and efficiency for all who use the facilities at Penn State. So for the next time you see those blue fences and bright orange signs, know that every project is contributing to a more environmentally conscious college campus. For Weather World, I'm Connor Freidhoff.